his stomach when I got here. I rolled him over. He stopped breathing a couple minutes ago. Do you want to put something on or what? It was obvious to me. I told my dispatch 10-7, but he took his last gasp a couple minutes ago.
According to the medical examiner, Ahmaud Arbery died of 2 gunshot wounds to the chest. The damage so severe he was pronounced dead at the scene. His body eventually was covered. The responding officers, with body cameras still recording, turn their attention to the McMichaels and Roddy Bryant, who start telling their stories. Travis McMichael decides to bring up his stolen gun, which went missing nearly 2 months earlier.
We've had break-ins, a gun stolen, and we caught him the other day. I was outside, saw him running.
Travis McMichael reported his gun stolen out of his truck. And when he's being questioned by officers on the scene, he brings it up. It's as if he thinks that is relevant to their investigation and to what happened. But there's no evidence of a connection between Ahmaud Arbery and what happened in his driveway months earlier.
Then, Roddy Bryant proceeds to explain how he ended up getting involved in the chase.
I'm on the porch and I see him running by, and I see him come by in the white truck. I pulled out of my driveway. I was going to try to block him. He was going all around it, and I made a few moves at him.
I try to imagine being in a neighborhood and seeing my neighbors, driving after a young person, and then me feeling compelled to go get in my car and join the chase. Why would you do that?
Now, listen closely as Roddy Bryant talks about whether or not chasing Ahmaud Arbery was the right thing to do.
Should we have been chasing him? I don't know. Yeah.
Travis McMichael, with Ahmaud Arbery's blood still on his hands and arms, explains what happened.
So we run out to stop him to talk to him. He took off. Stop, come out of the truck running at us. I told him stop till he hit me. I had nothing to do. There's nothing else I can do.
You can tell in the body camera footage that the police don't see the McMichaels as a threat. There's a comfort level there. Even though these are 2 men who are armed and there's another man on the ground who is bleeding to death, you can tell in their interaction with these officers, McMichaels, they are almost consoling them, understanding their situation and telling them everything is going to be all right on their end.
If you would have stopped this,
that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, just take a breath. I can only imagine. You're okay, sir. Like I said, I can only imagine. I hope I never have to understand what you feel right now.
She says at one point, I can only imagine what you've been through. What about the dead man on the road? And when is somebody going to ask, why is there a dead man in the middle of your street, dying of gunshot wounds, unarmed?
It's just malicious lack of humanity.
Now, listen to Gregory McMichael make sure the responding officers know that he is a former Glynn County DA investigator.
Yeah, I was chief investigator with the DA's office for 23 years, so I know what you got to do. I know everything, What's his name?
Leska. Officer, there's Sergeant Leska.
I do get
Greg McMichael, who reminds the police officer, hey man, I used to work with your police force, this, that, the other, a bunch of people. From that point on, it certainly does look like it's completely a gamed system.
At some point, Gregory McMichael actually calls the acting district attorney in the county, his former boss, Jackie Johnson.
Jackie, this is Greg. Did you call me as soon as you possibly can? My friend and I have been involved in the shooting, and I need some advice right away. Would you please call me as soon as you possibly can? Thank you. Bye.
McMichael also wants to make sure that they don't put handcuffs on his son, Travis, when taking him in for questioning.
I know y'all will take it now.
Yeah, it's an interview.
Yeah. Y'all, I'm sorry.
No. Why would you need to
If those were black people, they would have probably shot them, but if not, definitely mashed their face into the concrete, handcuffed them, then asked them some questions in a room where they were threatening with, 100 years.
choice. We are going to take your clothes, but we're going to let you go home and get it changed. That's why I was trying to make sure how close it was.
Absolutely.
About 2 hours later, Travis and Gregory McMichael are taken to the Glynn County Police Department. The Brunswick District Attorney's Office advises investigators that no arrests are necessary. Both men are free to go home. Coming up, Ahmaud Arbery's family